I'll be there in a minute. I thought my breakfast would have been ready by now, and by the time I realized that it was not going to be ready, I had went live. I know y'all been seeing me in my do-rag, right? I'm letting my hair grow so before I go to the radio station so I can get my hair done right. That's why I got the do-rag on. That's why I have my do-rag on. So when I go to the radio station, I want this hair to look right. I want this hair to look right. Okay, I'm just about done. I got everything. Let's see, my water, I'm missing my syrup. right in front of me. Well, good morning, everybody. Today I am having sausage, turkey sausage, but it's cut up. I like it cut up, pieces. So it seems like make it look like it lasts a long time. And of course, Welch's grape, Welch's strawberry, some good cold water, Ozarka toast, and one of these girls. Okay. Anyway, I came up here to tell everybody. Here is the plan. I will be in Austin unless something changes, because things do change. I will be in Austin next Wednesday morning to be on the radio station KAZI 88.7. Celebrity, gossip. The same thing that I do on here, I just don't have on the wig and stuff when I go to the station. Do they know that you do that? No, they don't know. Let me. These are my actual real glasses. Let me see if I can see these comments with these on. I can see if I do this. Yeah, okay. I can't see if I look straight down, but if I use, okay. No, it don't taste like sliced ham. It tastes like turkey to me. But anyway, yes, they know that I dress up in drag and everything. But there wouldn't be any reason for me to go to the station dress up as drag when you're not going to see me. You're only going to hear me on the radio. So there you go. So next Wednesday. Okay. Unless something changes. I'm going to have to put this up on my face so I can see the comments. Next Wednesday, unless something changes. Good morning, everybody. Afternoon to some. Everybody, the show is still going on. I just want to tell everybody that. Just start having the show. Just make sure you have your money ready when we start selling these tickets, okay? All right? Make sure you have your coins together when we start selling these tickets. You've already said hello about 1,000,000 times, but hello. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't live my life worried about what's gonna happen the next day or the next day. I live my life from day to day. So, good morning, Sassy. But let me tell y'all something. When I start advertising my cruise, good morning, Penny, and y'all come in here talking about, oh, I don't know about Mexico, because you're going to get blocked. If you ain't going, and if you still worried about what's going to happen in 2027, because it'll be 27 when I do the cruise, and you know, what that song say? I don't worry about tomorrow. I'm not going to be living my life in fear, worried about what's going to happen in 2027. And it's just 2026. I still have to plan what I'm going to do in life and go on with it. There's nothing you can do about it. So I plan the cruise, and the dates are the 17th of 2027, January. It's Martin Luther King weekend. It's a 6-day cruise. The lowest price of a room that they have is $514. That doesn't include the protection and the gratuity, but that don't have to be paid till later on. And yeah, I mean, where we're going, there's nothing going on. If it was, they wouldn't tell me to book the cruise. I will instantly block you if you come on here being negative about my cruise. So you're gonna be blocked. Because if you ain't going, it don't matter what you think. We don't care. The person left a comment early this morning. The first thing when you messed up, when you said, I don't mean to be negative. Well, you should have said the fucking thing. You should have said a goddamn thing, because you know I'm going to block you. And then I went and looked at the comments, and they're like, girl, you know, I went and looked up, you know, Cozumel and, what's the other place? Cozumel and, I forgot the other place we're going to. I've never been there. Oh, Rotan. I've never been to Rotan, but I've been to Cozumel. Ain't shit going on over there. Ain't nothing going on. Yeah, I mean, right now. Is Miss Jolie in here? I want to see her. Oh, there she is. God, I can't see with these glasses on. I don't live my life in fear. You can't. What am I supposed to tell everybody? Y'all, I'm going to do the cruise, but I'm scared because girl, I'm not going to live my life like that. I didn't see you. I couldn't say your name on here. I'm not going to live my life like that. Afraid of what's going on. If that's the case, then you know they said they was trying to do something to us over here already. So I mean, what am I supposed to do? Stay in the house and don't go nowhere and don't plan? So please keep your negative comments to yourself about my cruise, okay? Because that's an instant way for you to get blocked. Block that person, please. We don't do that. You don't come here asking for no motherfucking money. I need a motherfucking car, so I should be on here asking for some money. Let me block this person. Hell, you need money. Hell, I need a fucking car, but you say I ain't on here asking nobody for no car. Go get a job and work or something, whatever you got going on. You don't ask these people on here for no damn money. You crazy? I block them. Yeah, I don't want to do 2026. I want to do 27, and it's a holiday weekend too. So So here are the prices. I know you guys. I'm getting a flyer made. Good morning, Angela. Okay, because I want to make sure I can't see. These are my real glasses. My glasses that I could see up with these, but then these are the ones I drive with. So I had to look down. So, the inside cabin, like just the inside of a room where you can't see out. I actually did one of those. It wasn't bad, unless you claustrophobic, unless you don't like being inside. I did one. I didn't have a problem with it. Inside cabin is only $514, but that's per person. So if it's two people in the room, it's per person. It's not just $500 for one person. Not even for one person. Even if it's just one person by themselves, they got to pay that $514 by themselves. But really, $514 is not bad for an inside cabin. And this is a brand new ship. This is the Jubilee. This is a brand new nice ship. It's very nice. And then the protection plan and the gratuity and all that, you don't have to pay any of that until like way before you get ready to leave. So, a lot of people don't know that. The gratuity, and even the insurance, me and my best friend, we never get the insurance. We should, in case something happens. But it's smart to get insurance. It's smart to get insurance just in case something does happen. A funeral, weather, but by January, the weather should be okay. I mean, it's going to be, cold, but when we go to Mexico, it's going to be warm, But the inside cabin per person is $514. Now, the protection for the inside cabin is $69 per person. That doesn't have to be paid until later. Now, the insurance is probably about $100, I guess, but that doesn't have to be paid until later if you want it. If you want it, some people don't get it. An ocean view, where you look out the room, just look out the window, they're $604. These are the prices they gave for my group. $649 per person. Again, in order to look out of your window, it's $649 per person, and it's the gratuity, not the gratuity, but I think it's the gratuity. Yeah, the gratuity, not the protection, but the gratuity. And the gratuity is something that we get, but we end up taking it off, and we end up just giving them cash. Yeah, but it's $75. But again, all of that stuff don't have to be paid till later on. That's $649 per person. Even if you go by yourself, you still got to pay the $649. A balcony, which is a really good price, $764 for a balcony. That's per person, and it's $95 for the gratuity, but that doesn't have to be paid till later on. Okay. Now the special that they have right now, no, it's not bad. Yeah, that's because, well, it is somewhat of a holiday weekend, but it's not. The reason why I changed it, because we was going to do New Year's, but their prices was high. They was just too high. Their prices was high. But, the special they have right now is $25 per person to get you locked in with this rate. You don't pay me nothing. It got nothing to do with the money. You got to go through Carnival. You have to call groups. And you have to give them all the information, but hold on. The $25 per person is due by May the 10th of this year. That's not bad. They get you locked in. They get you to hold the room for you. You don't get your room cabin until you pay the full deposit of $250. That $25 per person goes toward that deposit, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But if you call them, they'll tell you everything. But anyway, I'm just kind of going over there. I do have the group number information and all that. But if anybody interested in going, you think you don't know if you're gonna make, you live in the Texas area, you know you're not gonna make it to the Atlanta birthday celebration, you definitely need to go on this cruise. But you got a whole year to pay it off. The weather gonna be cold in January, so getting out, going on a cruise. It's gonna be nice. The weather's always nice in Mexico. But again, the name of the the name of the cruise ship. Yeah. I was shocked that they gave me that rate. But the moderators, please, we're not moderators. Pay attention, please. I have too many of y'all in here. Please, moderators, please pay attention to what's going on. Thank you. Ocean, you said Ocean View? Ocean View? A balcony. The balcony is only $764 per person. $764 per person. And right now, now you can call them and just go and pay out the whole deposit of $250, and then they'll give you your room and everything. Again, the balcony is $764 per person. I don't handle any of the money. I'm not a travel agent. I just put the group together. Good morning. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with the money. Everything goes through Carnival. I'm just the group leader. I just do it. I'm doing it because I like cruises. And go back over with y'all again. It's King Weekend. Do any of y'all take off the King Weekend? Because if you do, remember the cruise leaves on a Sunday. So Saturdays, most people are off on Saturdays. So we're going to have a good time that Saturday night in Galveston. And then that Sunday, we leave, and we'll be back that Friday, I believe. See, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, we'll be back that Friday. So you really only, if you work Monday through Friday, you're only taking off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days, really. Because if you take off a King Weekend, you can consider that a day that you'll be off. So just be taking off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You'll be back early Friday morning. Now, the only thing I don't like about Galveston is getting to Galveston. You're going to have to get to Galveston from Houston. I need to call Carnival and ask them, what other ways do they have? Because I know you can catch an Uber over there. You can drive over there. You can fly into Houston. Then you got to get to you got to get to Galveston. I hate that. I'm surprised Galveston don't have. I'm surprised they don't have. I'm sure they do have shuttles. I guess I got to look into it and find out. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. Moderators, I'm gonna give y'all the group number text number. The group text. The number for the group is Texas. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all a chance to write it down. T is in Texas. N is in Nancy. 01. I'm gonna repeat that. T is in Texas. N is in Nancy. 01. X is in X-rated, and the number 8. That's Texas. Nancy, Texas Nancy, T and the N, like Tennessee, TN 01, X-rated, and the number 8. And when you call into groups, you have to call groups, and you can only call them Monday through Friday. You can't call them on the weekend because them people that you're talking to, they're gonna be like, baby, this is groups. We can't help you on this one because I got it set up with groups. So you got to call them Monday through Friday. I think they close at 7 or 8. And you give them that information, say, I'm calling about the PT and Friends cruise. And they'll walk you through it. I have 10 inside cabins. I have 5 ocean views. And I have 10 balconies for right now. That's all I got. I know it seems like a long way away from now, but it'll be here before you know it. So, and again, if you get insurance, you put money into this cruise, you get your money back. You're not losing nothing. I would get insurance if I were you. It's just safe to do it. Okay? Flyers been made this weekend. The flyer has been made this weekend. Okay. Let me say this again. I don't care what city I'm going to. I have been trying so hard to meet up with some of y'all, especially y'all that are not going to be able to make it to Atlanta. But y'all act like y'all don't want to meet up, so I'm not going to beg you. I'm going to say it again. If I'm coming to Dallas, if I'm coming to Houston, let's meet up. All you PT punchers, all you people who follow me. But y'all act like y'all scared. And don't say nothing to me when I leave. Oh, I didn't know you was in town, and I look at it. Don't do it. Mm-mm. But you got to have a Facebook, Instagram. You got to have pictures. You got to have all that. You got to have. I need your email. Yeah, we're not just meeting up now. That ain't gonna happen. We're just not gonna meet up like we're best of friends. In this days and age, I don't trust nobody. Nobody. Well, I think that's it. I might try something different today. I think I'm gonna do a 3 o'clock show today just to see how it goes. I'm gonna see how it goes. Yeah, I said it, 3 o'clock. Just to see how it goes, you know. So y'all already know, so now y'all know the time. 3 o'clock will be 4 o'clock, East Coast. 3 o'clock, East Central Standard Time, 3, 2, 1. 1 o'clock on the West Coast. We're gonna see how it goes. Just to see. So y'all say, oh, the show is too late. The show is too late. Okay, we're gonna do 3 o'clock. We're gonna see, I'm gonna see how many people show up. I'm gonna see. Everything's going good. I'm gonna see, guys. I'm gonna see how it goes. Well, let's see what's going on in the world of, in the news that they had a shooting there in Virginia, the ODU. I know what ODU is. When I first moved to Virginia, in Norfolk area, ODU was where the club used to be that I used to go to all the time. Yep, that's where the club used to be, over there by ODU. They said 2 people injured. I think they said somebody died too. Ooh. Okay, let's do some political quick talk right quick before I let y'all go. Now, what I don't understand is, since we call ourselves the powerfulest nation or the country in the world, why is it we got to depend on somebody else to get some goddamn oil? I think we do have oil reserves, but I'm just saying, why do we have to depend on anybody? Who cares if they don't let the oil go through? We got our own oil. We should have our own eggs, oil, onions, potatoes, land. I mean, we shouldn't have to worry about, you know. Listen, let me. Oh God, let me say this. I'm glad I'm talking about that. Let me say this, y'all. This is the kind of stuff that makes me mad. Okay, let me Google it first. Let me Google this. I don't want y'all to hear what I'm gonna say. Then I'm gonna come back and say something. Hold on. Okay. Somebody came on my live last night. Y'all remember last night when I was doing the show, right? And somebody said, "Oh, PT, go look on Instagram. People on Bank of America losing their money." What the hell is this? Oh shit. Okay. And I said, "Well, right now I'm in the middle of doing the show, and I don't want to change subjects. You know, you need to go look. PT is important." So I got off. I Googled it. And I went on Instagram. Well, I went on Instagram. I went on TikTok. Listen, what I googled was the last time. Well, first of all, if people were having their money taken out of their account, it would be on the news. I watched the news yesterday, and it was nothing on there about that. It's stuff on the internet. People have to realize people make money off of people making up lies and fabricating shit. And our reserve we needs we store thanks to Biden. Oh, okay. You know, um, you can't believe everything on the internet, y'all. The lady was trying. You was just in the process of me completely throwing off the show, talking about this lie that they had on the internet about this Bank of America. Let's Google it. Let's Google and see what. Let's Google and see what Google says. Google is usually right. Ooh, a lady found dead here in my hometown. Oh shit. Google. Here lately, has Bank of America patrons been losing their money? Well, you see a lot of stuff on YouTube, but you can't believe that, okay? Let me go to news. No, everything and everything that comes up is from 2025. There's nothing in here from 2026. Nothing. Nothing. So, and I was gonna block that person. I said, no, I'm not gonna block that person. I'm gonna be nice, and I'm gonna just say, but baby, just wait till I finish the show, cause so I don't know what you're talking about because. I used to have Bank of America. I didn't have no problems with it. Hold on. Are people losing their money in Bank of America today? And see, they said if you have a Bank account of America, check your account. But that was in 2025. There's nothing for 26. So everything you see on our banks are Friday banks to me. They all are. So I'm putting nothing past none of them. But when you get on TikTok and Instagram and all this stuff, you can't, y'all, these people making money off y'all listening to pretty much lies, fabricating stories and saying, oh, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. If you really want to get some real proof about some stuff, you got to go to like CNN, where the real, look at the bottom of where the source comes from. If it's www.idon'tgiveadamn.com, that's that shit right there. Anybody can make up a website and tell stories. And when you click on their stuff, they have commercials on there. They sell stuff. I mean, that's how they get you. I don't, I don't, I don't, I don't go to internet. I don't go to TikTok and listen to the story. Now there was a guy. He was on TikTok. This I saw last night or early this morning. He was saying he had AIDS and he was dying. And I'm thinking, okay, and I kept saying, where is he living? What did you live at? Where does the guy live? He said he got it from a girl. The girl got it from a guy. And I think, well, where do you live at? Because unless you live, he said he lived way out where he can't get the medication. Well, if he's in the United States, that's a lie. And so, and I tried to look. Let me see if I can find that. I mean, like, bro, really, like. Y'all, and people just post stuff on the internet just for clicks, likes, and views and money. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that guy. I don't know if he was in Africa, because Africa I would understand that, but I don't know where he was at. I don't know where he was at. Here he is right here. Here he is right here. Here he is right here. Let me show you. Here he is right here. Hold on. Here you go. Okay, hold on. Here you go right here. Oh, I got to turn it down. Where's it? I can't hear it. I can't hear it. Give me a second. I got it turned up. Oh. Okay, let's go back.
Blame somebody else for it. I blame myself for it. With the decisions I made, the choices that I made, the reality that I created. And so that's my fault. And I'm happy with that. I'm based off of the world that I live in. Well, I'm dying from AIDS. That's just the reality that I had to accept. And I'm okay with that. I don't blame nobody for it. I don't go off looking to blame somebody else for it. I blame myself for it. With the decisions I made, the choices that I made, the reality that I created. And so that's my fault. And I'm happy with that. I'm based off of the world that I live in.
Okay, you see. Let's look at the comments. Let's look at the comments. He said, he said, in 2026 you must have gave up because ain't no way. Divine House of Soul, no car, no money, no support. Can you get a story time on where you got it? Well, he did tell where he got it from. Most definitely can. I guess these are people that say they can help him. I'm trying to figure out where he's at, because if you're in the United States, there's nowhere in the world you're gonna die. Listen, please excuse my ignorance, but in 2026, with HIV and AIDS medication being so advanced, and people living with HIV for decades, 20, 30, 40 years plus, why is everybody still dying from AIDS? I'm trying to figure out where he's at. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where he's at. Like when I try to click on his thing here, okay. Maybe I'm thinking that this guy here, this is him right here. I think he works. See, I don't know. House of Soul. I'm going to follow him and ask him where does he live at, because, see, no, you see here? Contacting Divine House of Soul. Feel free to ask questions here. What's your location? Because where is your, hold on. Yeah, it's something to this, because there's no way. If he's in the States, it's a lie, because you don't have to die from AIDS. Like, really? Come on, man. Okay, I asked, where's your location? Let me see what they're going to say. I mean, see, Divine House of Soul, LLC. So that's a business. Yeah, yeah, it's a lot. He just, oh, I'm gonna use this towel right here. You don't want to stand up. But usually this thing go right up, and then now it's just, you don't want to see what's going on. Let me take this off of here. There you go. Let me look up the name of this company that he's pushing. And that's why I say you can't believe everything on the internet, y'all. There's no way. There's no way. Um, okay. Divine House of Soul LLC. Okay. Let me Google it. Divine House of Soul LLC. This right here says temporary closed. He's in Alabama, Lincoln, Alabama. Said Divine House of Soul is a culinary service specializing in private chefs. You know what, y'all? Private chef catering, delivering hot. You know what? You can't believe everything on the internet. Yeah, that boy. If you live in the United States, you are not dying from AIDS. I don't know where you be dying from AIDS if you ain't taking your medicine and you're doing drugs. Hello. Maybe y'all could fall for that lie if you want. I ain't falling for it. Mm-mm. You heard the nurse. You heard that nurse when she let that comment in there. She said she had a patient. He had full blown AIDS, and he started taking his medicine. He living now healthy to this day. So this ain't nothing but a fraud, child. A fraud. Bless his heart. Mm. Mm. No, Angela, you're wrong. I got to disagree with you on that, Angela. I got to disagree with you on that. You cannot contract AIDS from somebody that has, if a person has HIV, you can't get HIV because somebody has, if they're a cook, if they're a nurse, you can't, no, only way you get HIV is somebody actually, you have sex with somebody. You can't even get HIV from somebody kissing you on the cheek, if that's what you meant. Even if somebody give you a straw and they have AIDS or HIV, and you drink out of this straw and you won't get it like that. You can't get it by somebody touching you, cooking for you, because if that's the case, then we all would have HIV. If that's what you meant. And another thing, a lot of people who are HIV positive now that are undetectable, people don't know this, but you can't pass the virus to anyone else if you're undetectable. You still can't get it. Google it. Still can't get it. I Google it just to make sure. Once the blood hits the air, it's dead. It's completely dead. If a person has a cut, they have HIV, and they're a cook. Oop, hold on. Let me see what it pulled up. Oh no, that's not what I said. Can you pass the HIV virus on to someone if they have a cut? Um, Theoretically, passing HIV to someone that is cut is considered extremely rare. It will require very specific circumstances. Active infection, one person must have HIV with the detectable virus load, direct contact, their infected body fluids such as blood must directly touch the other person's open, fresh cut. Immediate exposure, the contact must have happened quickly because the HIV is fragile and usually dies within minutes once it's exposed to the air. Yeah. Remember, I used to work in that field, so I know. And when a person is undetected and they don't have HIV, the HIV is there, like Magic Johnson. Perfect example. Magic Johnson, look how long he's been living with it. Damn. I can't even begin to tell you how long ago that was when he told everybody he was positive. So, yeah, now, like I say, now when a person is undetectable, which I still tell people, I don't care if a person is undetectable or not. Bitch, we putting a condom on because they got syphilis, gonorrhea, chlamydia, and all this other shit. I mean, and you know what kills me, y'all? When people say, oh, and I understand nobody wants any disease. You can get herpes. You got herpes out there. You got syphilis, gonorrhea, all these different diseases, chlamydia, and all these different diseases. But I heard it was a lady. She was at our clinic, and she was saying that she wished that she glad that she have HIV. She was an older lady. She said she was glad that she had HIV because it's treatable. Because most of her friends who were diabetics, they on dialysis. Most of them had their legs and their feet cut off. See what I'm saying? So. That's absolutely correct. Yeah. So it's just a myth that people just don't know. I worked in that field, so I know. My cousin who passed away by marriage. He's my cousin by marriage. He passed away. He had the largest HIV and AIDS services in Dallas, but me and him didn't get along. But he was my cousin by marriage, and it's just people just don't know. People just don't know. I had to correct my mama one time when she said something about straws and HIV. She said, "Mama, you can't get HIV by drinking after somebody have HIV. You can't do that." She said, "Oh, I didn't know." And then again, if I had a choice to be a diabetic or HIV, I'd be HIV because you can live with it. Diabetes is a motherfucker. You can't eat this, you can't drink this, you can't do this, you can't do this. Oh, they gotta cut off my foot, they gotta cut off my leg, yeah. If I had a choice, that's what I would take. Mm-hmm. People thinking about HIV is they thinking you got to separate HIV from AIDS. It's a big difference. HIV is something that you contract, and if you don't take care of yourself, you get AIDS. But again, people have come back. People have come back from the AIDS virus by taking their medication. It's just as simple. But yep, if I had a choice, I would not want to be a diabetic because I like my left foot and my right foot. Mm-hmm. Hopefully I taught y'all something today besides gossip and tea. Hopefully I taught y'all something today before instead of gossip and tea. And what kills me though is the young people now, and not just the gay community, but I'll say the gay community because that's the community that I'm in. What kills me today is I get frustrated at these young people. I'm not gonna knock them for having unprotected sex because I did when I was young. From time to time I would, but now a lot of them take advantage of this and they feel like, okay, I don't need to have used condoms because, and if I do get it, I can take a pill and that's not the way it's supposed to be like that. It shouldn't be like that. You should want to use protection regardless. I understand, doing the raw is the tea. I mean, it's just a given. It's good, but you're going to have to suffer the consequences when you're done. You gotta, And if you're in a relationship with somebody, y'all both get tested. This is straight and gay, and y'all both get tested, and y'all know y'all status. Then do what you got to do. But if you just out there doing it with anybody and everybody, expect the worst, because you don't know what you're gonna end up with. You might not end up with HIV, because again, if that person is undetectable, then you might get syphilis, you might get gonorrhea, you might get herpes. Hello, you definitely don't want no damn herpes, child. Ooh. But that's presentable. That's not presentable, but that's treatable too. But I mean, the main thing is just if you can use protect. I feel like this: if you love somebody and they love you, you're gonna do everything you can to protect them and yourself in the relationship. You're not gonna be like Wendy Williams going out there. Wendy Williams' husband going out there having babies out of wedlock. Yes. My uncle, who was straight, I don't know how he got it. I've heard rumors that he was bi, but he died from AIDS. Because I remember when I was working for. So remember I told you my cousin had an organization in Dallas where he used to work for the organization before he started his own organization. Yeah, see, I'm positive, my wife is negative. See what I'm saying? Yeah. There you go. Uh, before he had his own organization, there was a place called Renaissance 3, and this guy that ran it, his name was Don. He's passed on since then. And there was a lady. People would come in to get tested, and you know, and I remember I tested this guy one time, and it was really sad. It was so sad. I tested him, and he was, and that was back then when we just did the swab. We didn't do blood, but we did the swab. But usually, you do the swab, it's gonna tell you the truth. It's gonna usually tell you yes, negative or positive. And he took it, and he was devastated. He said, well, "I don't know where I got it from. You got it? You're in a relationship?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, you need to talk to your partner." Boy, I tell you, it's been so. I'm gonna tell you why I believe God placed me in this position that I was in back when I was coming up, because, and I'm not patting myself on the back, but because of the position that I was in at the club, they hired me to do all of their events and stuff that they had because I was the MC at the club, and then I began to volunteer to help people get tested and stuff like that. You'd be surprised how many people come in and find out that they were positive and didn't know they were positive. But we told them you can turn your life around. I had my best friend, one of my good friends. He dead now. He would not take his medicine. He would not. That child wouldn't take his med. That child had medicine up on his bed. I'm like, girl, you need to take your medicine, child. And this was way before the 1 pill a day, the 5 day. This was way before the shots and all that kind of stuff. He would not take his medicine. And finally, one day, the doctor told him there's nothing else we can do. And I remember being in the hospital bed there in Hertz. Is it Hertz, Texas? What's that up there by Houston? What's that up there by Dallas, right outside of Dallas? Is it Hertz, Texas? Hertz, Bedford over there in that area. He was in the hospital over there, not too far from Fort Worth. Hewlin and all that over in that area. And I remember the doctor walking in the room and telling him, "Hey, I'm sorry, there's nothing else we can do." Yeah, it did. It did. But it would. Yeah. He, but I knew people that had it too when just like he had it, but he wasn't taking anything. He wasn't even trying. All my sister wanted to do was and party, drink and party. That's all my sister wanted to do. But I'm gonna tell y'all another thing too. I love my sister to death. When I say my sister, it's just my friend. We call each other sisters sometimes. I love my friend to death. He was the sweetest person in the world, but I used to tell him a long time ago, "Bitch, you can't be cussing your mama out. You can't do that." He would cuss his mama out, call her bitches and hoes, and I said, "You cannot cuss your mama out. You can't do that." You can't do that. Yeah. So anyway, on a lighter note, I will see y'all at 3 o'clock. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll try it. We'll do a 3 o'clock show today. I'll see y'all later on. Those who are interested in going on my cruise, please email me at comedianpt@yahoo.com. I'm really going to do this Facebook private group for those who don't want to be a member of my YouTube channel. I'm gonna set up a Facebook private group. Just for the people that be on here. Now, if you on here and you want to come be a part of the group, if you don't have no pictures, no videos, not that I'm being nosy, but why would I let somebody come on my Facebook and you don't have no pictures? You don't have no pictures, you don't have no names, you don't like, what? No. It's already, yeah, some of y'all, it's already bad enough that some of y'all out here watching me and I don't know who you are and can't see you, so why would I let you come on Facebook and do that? You can stalk me over here, but you ain't gonna stalk me on Facebook. I don't have Facebook. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who have Facebook, okay? It'll be a private group, and nobody can get into the group unless I verify who they are. So, yeah. And you can find it, you're going to be able to find it on my Facebook that's on my YouTube channel. My Facebook on my YouTube channel, the links are on there. You just have to go and look for links. My Instagram. Oh, by the way, I went live on Instagram last night. Y'all asses was asleep. Yours is active. Okay. Are you following me on Facebook? Let me show you my Facebook. Y'all add me on there, and I'm getting ready to create that private PT's Point of View private page. I'm about to make it. I think I already have one. I just got to activate it or something. So let me show y'all my Facebook page that I use. No one. We can't. Let me show you my Facebook page that I use. That's on my, what's the name? Hold on one second. Give me a second. Okay, so this is where my Facebook page is at. Okay. All right, that was my fault. I apologize. Was you the lady that was talking about Bank of America last night? Okay, that's you. Okay, that's hello, I'm sitting. Sorry about that. I had to block somebody. Yeah, I had to block somebody. Um, if if it's on the internet, you have to realize if it's a fad or if it's a trend, everybody's talking about it because they know that's how to make money. But when I Googled it, that's something that happened in 2025. If you want to know if it's something legit, just Google it. It'll tell you. If it was happening in 2026, it would say 2026. And again, it's like the internet. That's what they do. Like when everybody's talking about, like when I do celebrity news, whatever I talk about on Friday night or Thursday night, they talk about it Friday morning on the radio station. That's just what they do. Then usually the gossip is like, whatever. But stuff like that, it's just a trend, and everybody jumps in on the trend because you get a lot of views and stuff when everybody's talking about stuff like that. Yeah, I know, but you have to do your own research, love. You got to do your own research and search for yourself. It's okay. And then you was asking me that in the middle of me talking, and it just kind of threw my whole. I got. I don't have it all up here, so I can only do so many things at one time, and I try to stay focused on what I'm doing when I'm doing this show. And it's just like right now, if somebody come in and say, "Oh, my father died, my mother died," then I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Let's do a little prayer." But if I'm in the middle, and this is not you, but I'm just saying, if I'm in the middle of doing celebrity news, gossip, somebody pops up and said, "Oh, PT, my dog passed away. My mama died." And first of all, I'm already sensitive. I'm already a sensitive person. So here I am crying, thinking about your dog, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. So there goes the news right there. There goes the celebrity tea right there. It's gone. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not being insensitive. I'm just saying it'll throw the whole show off. It'd be just like if I was at the CNN building and I was inside the building when they was doing a story about Iran, and I walked up to them while they was doing the story and said, "Hey, my dog died last night, and I want y'all to pray for me because I love my dog. My dog was like my family." That would throw the whole show off. I'm not being insensitive. I'm just saying that right now is the perfect time for somebody to come on here and tell me these stories. I want to hear your stories too. I don't want to just want y'all to hear my stories. I want to hear y'all stories too. When we doing story time like this and we just talking, this is the perfect time for somebody to come on here and tell me what they got going on. Because I want to hear it. All right, so here's the Facebook that I use that I'm going to add. Okay, right here. Let me show y'all. This right here. Y'all see this? And look for that picture right there. And that's me. If you add me on there, then I'll redirect you to the private group that I have. And I think I already have the group. It's gonna be. Let me see if I have that group already. Hold on. Why this thing won't stay up, bitch? Usually this thing stays up, but it don't want to stay up. Don't y'all judge me. Stay. Let me see. Let me go to my groups. Let me see if I have it here. Your groups. No, that's PT and Friends. PT's Point of View. There it is. That's it right there. Uh-huh. Okay, so if this one don't work, I'm going to delete this one and start another one. But it's going to be PT's Point of View. That's going to be the name of the group. Okay, I'll see y'all at 3 o'clock. I don't know how the show's going to go, but it's 50 y'all on here. More than that, I'm sure. So we're going to try a daytime show just to see how it go at 3 o'clock. So I'll see y'all at 3. Thank you, moderators. You were great as always. I love y'all. Bye-bye.